Two United Nations peacekeepers have been killed in an ambush in Jonglei State, and 7 others people were also injured during that attack. According to the information, the attack happened while a United Nations patrol was traveling toward Pajut. The attackers have not been identified in the information available at this time. The United Nations has strongly condemned the attack and called for an investigation. This incident has once again raised questions about security in part of South Sudan. Why? Why was the UN patrol attack? Who was behind the attack? Why does violence continue in some part of the country despite the peace agreement? And what does this mean for civilian peacekeepers and humanitarian workers? Well, let us look at what we know. According to the United Nations mission in South Sudan, also known as UNMISS, 2 peacekeepers were killed on Monday. They were part of a UN patrol traveling to Pajut in Jonglei State. The patrol came under attack from unidentified army men. The attack was described as an ambush. An ambush means attackers hide or position themselves in a place where they expect people to pass and then suddenly attack them. This type of attack can be extremely dangerous because those being targeted may have very little time to react. In this case, 2 United Nations peacekeepers lost their life. 7 other people were injured. According to the information, the injured include 3 more peacekeepers. 2 members of the South Sudan National Police Service were also wounded. In addition, 2 civilian staff members were injured. So this was not an attack that affected only one group. It affected international peacekeeper, South Sudanese police officer, and civilian workers. The incident shows once again how dangerous insecurity can become for people working in conflict-affected areas. Following the attack, UNMISS said it immediately sent quick reaction force to the area. The purpose was to help secure the location and support the emergency response. This kind of response is important after a serious attack. First, the injured need medical assistance. Second, the area need to be secured. Third, investigators need to determine what happened. And finally, authorities need to work to prevent another attack. Anita Kiki Gebeho, the UN senior representative in South Sudan and head of UNMISS, strongly condemned the attack. She said the killing of UN personnel who are serving to support peace in South Sudan is unacceptable. She also expressed a sympathy to the families of the 2 peacekeepers who died. For the injured, she wished them a quick recovery. The loss of 2 peacekeepers is not only a tragedy for their families, it is also a serious blow to the peacekeeping mission. These men and women are working in difficult conditions. They are deployed in areas where security can change very quickly. They travel on roads that can sometimes be dangerous, and their job requires them to work among communities affected by conflicts and insecurity. One of the big questions is this: who carried out the attack? At the time of the report, the attackers are not being identified. That means it would be wrong to immediately blame a particular group without evidence. There are many army actors operating in different parts of South Sudan. There are also local community conflicts and criminal groups. Sometimes attacks are connected to a political conflict. Other times violence can be linked to a local dispute over land, cattle, revenge, or other issues. That's why a proper investigation is necessary. The United Nations has called on the relevant authorities to carry out a full and prompt investigation. The goal should be to find out exactly what happened, who planned the attack, who carried it out, and what was the reason, where the UN personnel specifically targeted, and where their warning before the patrol was attacked. This question needs clear answer. The United Nations has also issued a serious warning. UNMISS said attack against UN peacekeepers could amount to war crime under international law. That is a very serious statement. Peacekeepers are working under an international mandate to support peace and security. Attacking them is not a small matter. It can have serious legal consequences, but the focus should not only be on the legal consequences. The bigger issue is the protection of human life. Every peacekeeper who lost his or her life leave behind family members, friends, and colleagues. Behind every uniform is a human being. Someone at the family waiting for them. Someone at people who love them. That is why these days should not become just another number in the news. 2 people went to work and did not return home. Their family will now have to live with that loss. Well, why are UN peacekeepers in South Sudan? That's the question. Why are UN peacekeepers in South Sudan in the first place? The United Nations has maintained a peacekeeping mission in South Sudan to support peace, protect civilians, and assist the country in dealing with the impact of conflict. UNMISS also work with communities and other partners on issues related to peace, human rights, and security. South Sudan has faced serious violence since independence. The country became independent in 2011, but only a few years later, political disagreement turned into a major civil war. The conflict caused enormous suffering. Millions of people were displaced. Many communities were destroyed, and many people lost their lives. A peace agreement signed in 2011 helped reduce the nationwide war, but it did not remove every source of violence. That is one reason the UN continue to have an important role. It is important to understand this point. The 2010 peace agreement did not end all violence. When people hear about a peace agreement, they may think fighting has completely stopped, but that's not always the reality. The 2010 peace agreement was an important step. It helped bring major political rivals together. It created framework for a transitional government. It also helped reduce the scale of the national conflict. But South Sudan continued to face violence in different areas. Some violence is connected to local community dispute, some is connected to political tension, some involve army group, and some incident may be linked to criminal activity. This makes the security situation complicated. Peace at the national level does not automatically mean peace in every village. A country can have a national peace agreement and still have communities fighting each other. That's one of the challenges South Sudan continue to face today. Well, why Jonglei is important at this moment? Jonglei is one of South Sudan's most important and challenging areas when it comes to security. The state has experienced serious community violence over the year. There have been conflict involving communities, cattle, land, revenge attack, and other issues. Some areas are also difficult to reach. Long distance and poor road can make it harder for security force and humanitarian organization to respond quickly. For people living in remote communities, insecurity can become part of everyday life. Imagine living in a place where you are not sure whether the road ahead is safe. Imagine sending your child to another village and worrying about whether they will return. Imagine a trader being afraid to transport goods because army men may stop vehicles. This is the reality that many communities face. The latest attack show that the security problem remains serious across South Sudan. Well, it is important to note that the UN personnel were not alone. 2 South Sudanese National Police Service officers were also injured. This shows that the patrol involved cooperation between international and national personnel. Peacekeeping operations often require cooperation with local authorities. South Sudanese police and other security personnel are important because they understand local areas and communities. But when both national security personnel and international peacekeepers are attacked, it shows how difficult the security environment can be. The government has a responsibility to protect people inside the country. International peacekeeping personnel also need protection while carrying out their work. That means security must be treated as a national priority. 2 civilian staff members were also injured in the attack. This is another important part of this story. Not everyone working with the United Nations is a soldier or a peacekeeper. Many civilian workers are involved in administration, humanitarian work, logistics, community support, and other activities. They travel to place where people need assistance. They may visit communities to speak with local residents. They may help organize humanitarian program. They may support peace building effort when roads become unsafe. All of these activities become harder. A security attack can therefore affect much more than the people who were directly attacked. It can slow down humanitarian work, it can reduce access to communities, and it can make workers afraid to travel. In the end, ordinary civilians may suffer. Well, thank you for watching. Let me meet on the next report. Bye-bye.